My dear Virgos, this is your horoscope for February 2024. February will be a rather positive month, and it feels like you will be preoccupied by your work. Now, Virgos, you are quite workaholic of the zodiac, and your February will be all about work, or there might be another topic, it's your health. You will be quite busy with your health situation. Now, don't forget to check your rising sign and moon sign, because those signs are also important so that you get a full picture of the month ahead. Because some people are born at night, some people are born in the morning, and moon and rising signs, they might be playing out much stronger in the current period of life, let's say, or in general in the natal chart they are much stronger placements there. So I really advise you to check all your three signs. Now let's begin with February. On February 5th, Mercury, your ruler, my dear Virgos, planet of communication, planet of signing papers, our postman of the universe, who brings all the letters, all the news, will enter your sixth house. And sixth house is your work house, everyday, day-to-day activities, your work day, your routine. Mercury coming to your sixth house might be quite in shock, because it will find Pluto there for the first time in the last 250 years. Yes, that's not a joke, because that's how long Pluto takes to get to the point where it was around the sun. So roughly speaking, 250 years. And Mercury's and Pluto's conjunction in your sixth house, it might bring to your current work or future work people that might be a bit dominating, let's say, or authoritarian behavior, or their work actually might be involving some illegal stuff, let's say, I don't know, or forbidden actions, forbidden moves might be going on at work as well. These kind of people might enter your work environment, and it might be that you've already around these kind of people, and the atmosphere might be a bit stressful as well at work, or a bit dull, because Pluto likes to give pressures, likes to put some pressures there. And Pluto will be positioning in your sixth house for 20 years. But it doesn't mean that those 20 years will be all that way. No, it's just that Pluto likes to stir up all the deep stuff, deep feelings, emotions, reactions, so that you deal with it, and afterwards you will be so much strong that any work for you, my dear Virgos, will be, you are masterminds actually at work. And with Pluto here, you will be at your top in those 20 years, just believe me. And you might find yourself very, very high on a career ladder in the next 20 years, and make for yourself names. Also, in general, Pluto and Mercury's conjunction indicates that around the beginning of February, you might be in communication with someone who is bossy, or who is domineering a little bit, or who is actually influential or inspirational. Next, February 9th, there is new moon in your work house, sixth house, same house, and this new moon will be met by harsh angle by Uranus, planet of surprises, from your ninth house. And here you might be having some issue with a foreign client, or a partner, or a business. Let's say if you have a business in the foreign soil, then it might be also some things coming up to your attention. And new moons are all about new beginnings. They are about new stories. There might be some story unfolding, and it might be quite unexpected. You never know what Uranus can bring. And these are just suggestions or what might come up in your life. And it's always interesting for me as for your personal astrologer to know what will Uranus bring into your lives. So please leave in the comments what will be happening around this new moon, around 9th of February. let me tell you more about this new moon and suggestions. But this client or partner, most probably foreigner, or a foreign company, it will not be so easy for them to break the contract, as it was, as because that contract was actually made with a lot of care and due diligence. And that's on your side, right, my dear Virgos? And it's a good news. Anyhow, even if the contract will be broken, anyhow, it seems like it won't be affecting any finances, your financial situation, or the company's financial situation, because universe is protecting it. As I see, this new moon actually has the power to change work structure at your current company. Another suggestion, for example, you have a new project, let's say. Your new project or initiatives at work might not be welcomed as you would actually hoped for, or expected. So just make you, be prepared. Or another situation, if it's not about your work, a job situation, then it might be about documents. Let's say you applied for a position and you got it, and that position is actually, and the company that you're going to work for is actually situated in a foreign country, and the documents that you've been actually gathering up and applying, there might be some issue with those documents. They might need some corrections or more work, actually, and a bit of wait and a bit of time. If you are traveling around this date, it might be also possible, because Uranus being in your 9th house, and the 9th house is the travel house. If you will be traveling around this date, then your health might need your attention. So be prepared and take with yourself a medical kit, for sure, or first aid kit. And in general, your health in this month, February, will need your extra attention, my dear Virgos, because there is a chance you might get cold or some seasonal flus. If this is not about your situation, it also indicates to another topic. It might be that someone at work might be actually threatening to sue you, or possibly could do so already. Uranus might bring these kind of surprises as well. This is a possibility, but it might not happen. And I wish it won't. It might also bring you a travel, or actually change of plans about travel because of work. And as I said, this month will be packed with the work energy for you, my dear Virgo. So if you have plans for traveling, they might a little bit change, or they might kind of be interfered by your work plans, quite suddenly. But if you do anyhow travel, it also might be very fun time with your sweetheart, because February is a Valentine's day on February, and some, like most of couple, as I see, they will be celebrating a week ahead of the Valentine's, or a week or two after Valentine's Day, because of, first of all, it's falling on Wednesday, 14th of February, and it's the day itself won't be so much about love, but I will tell you all about it a bit later. Okay, and February in general, whole month, you will be feeling overwhelming support, actually, of your hubby or wifey, if you have one, or your long-term partner, your better half. They will be supporting you in amazing ways. And if you're single and if you're not married, then your business partners will be supporting you as well. And that's someone who is actually supporting you in love or in business might be actually a foreigner, or someone who speaks different language than yours, if not foreign, and if you make actually contractual agreements around this new moon, do it now, do it around that time, as it will have solid grounds, that contract, and will last long, because Saturn will look to it, so that it will make sure that the contract will be signed and will be lasting beautifully. 13th of February, right before the Valentine's Day, Mars, action planet, it's our engine, this is our motivation, our actions, our movements, will enter into your 6th house, work house. You see how energies are packed in your 6th house. This is a pretty working month for you, my dear Virgos, and bringing more action on your work. Your mind and actions, they all are about, will be about your work, actually your job. And it might also bring some preparations for Valentine's. But even though I see that it's middle of the week actually, and on the Valentine's Day, 14th of February, Mars will find Pluto in your sixth house. Will make connection with Pluto, and here Mars, being planet of actions, actually might show you the consequences or general preview of what's to come in the next 20 years, because Mars is planet of action. It might be so fast you will have a glimpse of your future. You might have a glimpse of future. This aspect has actually the power to change your job, your work, or even position at your company. Or you might become, let's say, acting director, CEO, let's say, or manager of some sort. It might bring a person also with whom you will work for a long time. And that person might be quite influential, inspirational, or if not, then that person will be quite domineering, quite authoritarian. But on this day, 14th of February, other two planets will be working hard to make this day beautiful. And those planets are Venus, as it should be, planet of love, planet of beauty, will make beautiful contact to Neptune, another planet. This planet is all about magic, all about that we can't explain, our inspiration, our imagination. Whatever we imagine, it's all comes under Neptune. And those two, Venus from your fifth house, Neptune in your seventh house. This is amazing position, and those houses are love houses. And if you will celebrate on 14th of February, Valentine's Day, it might bring you joy of being together with your better half. Let's say having fun, loving each other, feeling magical. You might be feeling in love, lucky that you have this person in your life. You might receive also surprises like flowers or tickets to concerts, and something like a theater, something small that will make you feel appreciated and loved. These two planets will be in a superb position to show you and shower you with love, my dear Virgos. Amazing connection. 16th of February, Venus, planet of love, will move into your sixth house, coming to your work, making actually your communications at work encounters more smooth and milder, and bringing money to your work house, because Venus also rules money. 17th, February, Venus will meet up with Pluto, and they are, their meeting actually might bring money talks to an agenda, or it might touch upon your health and how you look. Actually, you might be thinking about these things, and even having some things going on around 17th of February around these topics that I mentioned. 22nd of February, Mars finally joins his lover Venus, as Venus moved into your sixth house, following Mars, her lover. In the we have this is our couple, cosmic couple, Mars and Venus. They love each other, but they can't be together because they have different tasks to do throughout the year, and their meeting happens only once per year. As I think this is so romantic, actually, and it's happening on 22nd of February on the love month, but for you, my dear Virgos, it's all about work, it seems, this month. But anyhow, that's why I'm saying that most of, many couples, it might be that celebrating their love 2 weeks after, around this 22nd of February, around this date, their love for each other, celebrating it. And they are conjunction in your sixth house, suggesting you might meet someone at work, at the work environment, maybe on a business trip or somewhere, to whom you will feel attracted, and that person will be attracted to you also. But their conjunction, Mars and Venus, this couple will be met by harsh angle from Jupiter, planet of luck, which is positioned in your ninth house of higher mind, and will also be met by opposition from the moon of our feelings from your 12th house. So This happening actually suggests that you might travel for work, or something might come up actually, like you need to go, like you have to go for travel, some business trip, or if it's not about work at all in your life, then it might be about your health. Some issue might come up around this date, and you might even need a surgery. It's suggesting that you might need a surgery also. And or you might do, if it's not about health and work, then it's about languages, foreign languages. It suggests that you might, you will need to learn some foreign language for your work, or that you will be, and actually you will be, it seems like you will be learning this language at night, somewhere where nobody sees you, behind the doors, like you will be hiding about it, this situation. And if this is also not your situation, it does not resonate with you, it might be about your, like for example, you applied for a work and you got a position, but then that position is somewhere else, not in your country or not in your area, and you will need visa for that, work permit status for that. And those things might be delayed actually. Some more paperwork needed from you, or even this application for a visa might get a rejection. If this happens, please let me know as well. Let's move to 19th of February, when Sun, giver of light, light of our universe, giver of life, will move into your seventh house. Seventh house is our relationship house. It's our marriage house. It's our contractual agreements and a business partner's house. In here, Sun moving into your seventh house suggests that your relationships, like with your long-term partner, your wife or husband, your spouse, will come to light. Your attention will be moved to your home situation and your business partners as well. And the February will be finishing up by full moon on 24th of February in your first house, in your sign, my dear Virgos. And full moons are all about endings. They bring a last act, last finish line, let's say last dot to the story that was already there, last sentence. And appearing in your first house, it will be actually opposed by your ruler Mercury. And here it suggests that you might finish, for example, moving to some country with your sweetheart. If you are in the process of, immigration, then now it might be last touches to that, like let's say buying furniture to your rented home, or like bought home, or something might finish here, like your process of moving to some another country, and it suggests that your better half will be with you. Or if you are not, then this full moon might actually bring you this decision to move to another country with your sweetheart. This will be the decision that you're going to take. And also it might bring you information about your better half. Full moons, they bring to light some information, some secrets. And here it might be some information coming up about your marriage life, let's say, or long-term partner. Or it might, if you are, let's say, if you're not married, you don't have a business partner or a long-term relationship, then you might actually graduate from a foreign university, or vice versa. You might receive news about your admission to one. Because this full moon will be beautifully supported by Jupiter, planet of luck, planet of expansion, planet of happiness, from your ninth house. Now, ninth house is all about education, all about travel and foreign documents. And that's why I'm saying that you might be actually graduating from a foreign university or receiving admission papers to one. Let's say if you've applied. If you are, let's say, in the process of divorce, those Virgos who are in the process of divorce, this full moon might bring happy ending, actually, happy resolution in your legal case. And it seems like you won't be blaming each other, and actually both of you will handle it with much grace in this whole process. Well, let me know in the comments what will be happening around this full moon. I would appreciate it, and I wish you the best February, my dear Virgos. Bye bye.